Hey guys, it's Alec Torelli. Welcome to an episode of Poker Life, where I take your questions on some of the things I don't have time to talk about in my normal strategy videos and poker lifestyle related questions, and answer them here in short videos. So this question comes from Joshua, young kid at university, and he's self-labeled chronic procrastinator, right? He has a lot of time on his hands. He goes to uni, he doesn't have a job, plays poker, but he doesn't seem to get anything done. He says life seems a little bit boring. He says he'd rather go to bed. He isn't really excited to get up. And his question for me is, where do I get that spring in my step from? He asks, and what is my true daily motivation? And why do I get annoyed if I get nothing done? So it's a great question, Joshua. And I have a lot of people that struggle with this. But for me, I'll be honest, like the thing that really annoys me if I don't get anything done, it's not necessarily if I don't get anything done. It's if I don't do something that I deem as very productive or rewarding. If I don't feel like I do my highest productivity item, I get very, very annoyed. And that's because I view my time, I mentioned this in my 4 currencies of your life video, which you said you watched and you really liked. Thank you for that. But I mentioned this idea of there being 4 different currencies in your life, and I think the most important one is your time. It's a finite resource. You can never get more of it. And if you spend it incorrectly, that's why they call it spending it, because you are essentially spending it with how you choose to use it. So, be empowered by the fact that you're choosing how you spend your time. And I get annoyed if I don't get stuff done that I think is important, because it's like I look at it like a bigger crime or sin, or whatever adjective you want to use, than wasting money. I mean, people get annoyed when they feel like, oh, I lost value on this purchase of $100 or $1,000. But I get way more annoyed if I lose value on an hour or a day, because that to me is worth more than the money. And it's not because I'm a billionaire, but it's just because I could always make more money, but I can't always ever get more time back. And especially these young years that, look, you're in uni, you're probably 10 years younger than me. But I'm still 29. I'm plenty young, but your time is so valuable, and it feels like even more precious when you're young, because you have more opportunities. You have less responsibility. You have more flexibility, you have more freedom usually, you have better health, you're physically fit, you're agile, and you could go climb a mountain. You could do all this shit that you're never going to be able to do when you're 65 or 70, and you're going to wish you did one day. So I know it sounds cliche, but it doesn't really take much motivation for me to be motivated. I mean, I'm like a human on earth. I mean, I'm just excited to be around, and born in the first world. I mean, everything in my life is like being dealt aces. So I sort of view it from that perspective, and sometimes I have to remind myself of that. It is easy to get caught up and take things for granted, but I really do feel like I come from a humble or grounded place, and I'm really grateful for the small things. I think for you, I'd offer a little piece of advice. I've definitely been in spots where I feel like I'm a little bit of a hamster on a wheel and not being my best self. And these are the things that have worked for me. So first and foremost, you have to be your own self-experimenter and figure out what works for you. But I would say the first thing that I always do, and this happens like even after I have a bad run in poker and I sort of feel like, oh, things lose meaning, and I get distracted with trying to recover money, or like the little things start to seem trivial. They don't have importance because, oh my gosh, you won so much money or you lost so much money that, like, how does anything else in your life and the little details matter? How do you focus on the micro when the macro seems so overwhelming and big? And that happens a lot in poker. So the thing that I always force myself to do is go through the motions. That's really like step one, is no matter what, I do what I would do if I'm winning and I'm having an amazing day and I'm feeling great. You said you watched my video about the 10 steps to have an awesome day, my morning routine. That's really what I do, and I really focus on engineering a good day no matter what, especially on the days when I'm losing or something's going wrong or I'm having a bad day. It matters so much more then. I mean, when you get up and everything's perfect, you're on vacation, it's like, how can you screw that up, right? Your day's gonna be fucking awesome no matter what. So it's not as necessary, but especially when you're down and you're feeling lazy, you're sitting on your couch eating potato chips and smoking weed or doing whatever you're doing, being like a lazy ass, like it's even more important to invigorate your day a little bit. So for me, I would write out the night before my ideal day. What's something that's really going to be inspiring? I would highly recommend, I didn't include this in my morning routine thing because I didn't find it until recently. My dad got me this as a gift. I would highly recommend you buy the 5-minute journal. This is an awesome journal for people that don't journal, I guess, as they sell it as, and it really is true. It's like 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes at night, really is 5 minutes a day. It's super empowering. And I think one of the coolest things in the journal is they ask you a question: what would make today great? And training your mind to focus on, these 3 things that would make today great really helps you prioritize. And so like everybody has 3 things that would make today great. Sometimes for me, it's just spending an hour with my wife, and that's enough. But, prioritizing myself to prioritizing my time to do that is really, really empowering. So I would go through the motions, write out your ideal day, buy the 5-minute journal. Second thing is get rid of all your distractions. You said you're playing a lot of online poker. You're like dicking around playing PLO on the internet, even though you don't really feel like it's what you should be doing. You're just kind of killing time. Get rid of all your distractions, right? If you want to lose weight, you shouldn't leave tons of potato chips and ice cream in the house and just hope that you're going to rely on willpower, right? And willpower is a finite resource, and it's the first thing to cave in when anything gets in the way, right? So get rid of all your distractions. Like, give your laptop to a friend, or like at least uninstall all the programs and email all the websites and tell them to ban you for 2 months or something. Like, transfer all your money and close your bank account, or like get rid of your credit card, or whatever it is. Just like put preventative measures in place that are going to guarantee you have success. So think about the guy that wants to lose weight. Get rid of all the junk food in your house. You need to do that for all the things that are causing you a distraction. Another book I would recommend is 168 Hours by Laura Vanderkamp, and it's about time management. It's really cool because there's an empowering exercise in the book that I did many times, and it encourages you to, she has a TED Talk, by the way, so if you don't want to buy the book, at least watch her TED Talk. It's 17 minutes, it's free, it's like, how fucking easy is that? She has a really cool exercise in the book where she encourages you to write out how you spend every single hour of your week in a very tedious exercise. But it's eye-opening because you realize, like, first of all, the process of accountability helps you spend your time in a more productive and fulfilling way. But secondly, you realize, oh my gosh, I have a lot of time, and a lot of it goes towards shit that doesn't matter. So I think if you do that, if you figure out where your time is going that you're not unhappy with, and figure out where you want it to be going, that's like super empowering. So I'd get rid of all distractions. And then the third thing I would do is find a way to leverage some sort of accountability. So make bets with friends, like, that are for fun, or like the loser has to, do something that would social proof that would suck, that would give all your friends bragging rights, right? So if your goal is to go to the gym 5 times a week, hey, I'm going to make a bet with 6 of my friends. We're going to throw in $50, and the loser has to, the winner gets all the prize pool. But it's really not about the money. You're not betting $5,000 or whatever. It's not about the money. It's just about the accountability, the social proof, and not wanting to lose. So Freud says we either run from pain or run towards pleasure. So you want to give yourself incentive on both ends. You want to run towards the pain of losing and not giving your friends bragging rights over you, and you want to run towards some sort of pleasure. So if you accomplish your goal of whatever it is, not playing as much poker, not wasting time, or doing something productive, whatever you decide your goal is going to be, we'll talk about that in a sec, you want to give yourself a reward, and you want it to be something that's awesome. So I would say, in conjunction with this, number 4 is really set a goal worth chasing. A lot of times people just don't have something that actually, the ends aren't worth the means, right? So if you're going to do something that creates excitement in your life, it has to be something that's awesome, right? Like right now you're apathetic, and you're apathetic because you just don't have anything exciting going on. You don't have anything adventurous. So I really feel like, work isn't the enemy, or university isn't the enemy, or a job isn't the enemy. It's boredom. And you can have an awesome life in any sort of facet if you're excited about what you're doing every day. So find something that for you is exciting, and you have all the friggin' time in the world, dude. So like something that you could do, you don't have to make a lot of money to do something that's awesome. You're in uni, you have a lot of free time. Maybe it's just taking a trip that's super inspiring, like a road trip that's super cheap, or going camping, or going hiking, or learning a new skill. I really feel like boredom happens when you don't have excitement and when you stop learning. So if you add those 2 things in your life, something new and you're learning something, it's pretty hard to be bored. So set a goal worth chasing, and make sure you're giving yourself a reward at the end that would be awesome. Like, what would I really want, right? Maybe it's a trip somewhere or whatever it is. Usually it's not a purchase. I would encourage you to make it an experience. The other thing I would say is, it sounds like you're kind of spending a lot of time alone. You mentioned that you were really social before. Like, I would get around more people. And the way I would do that is very simple. Also very cheap. I would sign up for some sort of class that I could learn, something that's new, and I would prepay, and I would pre-commit with as much leverage and social proof and accountability as possible to going. So maybe this is the bet you make with friends. Like, if I don't go to this salsa dancing class, whatever, anything you want to do that would be exciting for you, I'm going to lose this bet, and I'm also going to, not get my reward, and I'm also going to, give money to a charity that I hate, or not a charity. I'm going to give money to an organization that I hate, like the Ku Klux Klan or something. I don't know. I actually did this once. When I did the 5-minute journal, they had this exercise in the beginning that said, what punishment are you going to do? What's the punishment going to be if you don't complete your journal every day? And I wrote down I was going to give money to a guy that screwed me over, because that would just tilt me so much that I would have to pay money to this scumbag that screwed me over. So that was my not doing the journal. So I knew I was going to accomplish it because I had something I was chasing, but I had something that was chasing me that I really didn't want to lose to. So I would instill that sort of accountability and leverage and use it to help yourself get off your feet, right? Because once you're running, once it's a habit, it's really easy. It's really easy for me to work out every day just because it's just what I do. It's just a habit. I made it a habit, but it's hard to start, right? So I guess with accountability, I'm tempted. All right, I'll do something unique here. Joshua, look, I'll respond to the email. I'm just talking out loud, dude. I'll respond to the email that you sent to me, and I hope you watch this video, and I want you to email me back in a week and just say, hey, look, this is where I'm at. These are my goals. Just tell me the answers to everything on paper. Or better yet, I'm happy to email you in a week. I usually never really offer this, but also put it in the comments below. If you're Joshua, I hope that you're bold enough to say that it's you and put this in the comments below. And hopefully the community on my YouTube, they are very responsive as well. They're very friendly. And I would encourage them to comment as well. But maybe you guys could all talk and you have someone that you could have accountability with the thousands of people watching this video, hopefully, and a lot of the people in the comments. So I would encourage anyone else that has something to share, maybe open up and share something in the comments. And you guys could all talk and hopefully encourage each other. So Josh, follow up with me via email. Leave a comment in this video too. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel if you like this. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And good luck, Josh. You're a badass, bro. Keep it up. And get off your feet, dude, because you got a long time ahead of you. All right, man. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys next time on Poker Life. Peace.